You can walk and chew gum, but should you? Top of the morning to you. Recently, we've been talking about some principles that come out of a book that I've read a couple of times. The principle right now is to do your best. And whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability. And the problem with kind of the definition of best is similar to the problem with the definition of truth. So many times these days I hear about your truth and my truth. Well, that's not true for me. That's not true for me. Well, it's not true for what you believe. May be different than true for you. So you don't get truth. I don't get truth. God, the creator of everything, the creator of all, is the truth. The challenge is things can be true, and it's a kind of a different category. Like this wall here, it's yellow, or it's brown, or it's kind of a yellowish brown. All those statements could be true, and I don't know that there's an importance to the truth of what color this is. It's a pine, varnished, tongue and groove wall, and that it's not a kingdom challenge. It's not a truth challenge. But when we get to walking and chewing gum, truth versus God's truth, or beliefs versus God's truth, there's definitely different opinions. I got dressed the other morning, and I noticed, because I'm thinking about doing the best I can in this message this week in this book, and I was putting on my watch. As I finished putting on my shirt, grabbed my watch, put it in my mouth, and tucking in my shirt, walking and putting on my watch, and noticed how slow I was walking. That goes back to walking and chewing gum. That goes to doing our best. Right now, my best is fully sharing with you. Nothing else. Walking and putting on a watch, or talking on the phone with somebody and working on the computer, unless it's directly associated with the conversation, or talking to your kids while you're swiping on your phone, or it kills me, like sitting at dinner. You went out to dinner, you paid exclusive pricing to not cook and clean up and spend time with someone, and you're talking on the phone or swiping on the phone and looking at meaningless stuff. Those types of multitasking tasks are diminished. All the truth and the stuff in the introduction here was just to point out that the world doesn't care about the truth. Let me say that again. The world doesn't care about the truth. Many people think multitasking, I can get more done, and I get more done better. And studies have shown, tests have shown, the quality and the speed go down for all the tasks that are done in multitasking. Do I think you can chew gum and drive a car or walk? Yes. Does the real data show that you can use a phone and drive well? No. That's why insurance is going up. That's why laws are being put in place. Not all laws are put in place for sound, truth, and factual reasons, but cell phone use while driving, that multitasking degrades your driving ability, and it degrades your communication if you're communicating, your consuming if you're consuming content ability. There's been multiple studies about multitasking because it's not multitasking. A computer processor is multi-threaded. It's got lots of different brains to process stuff. Our conscious mind has one thread. I think our unconscious is like a computer and it can run multiple threads. But when we are doing something and then we switch, our conscious has to go back to our unconscious, put in the disk, say load up that information and let's keep going, and then work. And then take out that disk, put in the other disk, load up that information. I'm thinking of those big floppies. I'm old enough for those. And then start working. And that context switching really is putting in and taking out drives, putting in and loading and unloading data from our front of mind, conscious mind, to what we're doing. My kids like to do their homework and watch something. And before dinner time, I'm okay with that. You can abuse and waste your time. After dinner, no, that's not happening. Another good example of this is when the context switching doesn't switch. You've done this many times. We used to have a TV in the laundry room where the kids would do the laundry. They would do it together, and then they kept getting mad that I pay more attention and context switch better. They didn't say it in those words. And she doesn't. And so they were bickering with each other. So then we narrowed it down to one person at a time as taking turns doing that. And that TV there, the context switch from folding to the TV, and the TV captured and took over. That's perfect proof that multitasking doesn't work. But we're attracted to the niceties. We're attracted to pleasure. We're attracted to now happiness instead of eternal joy in our relationship with Jesus Christ. So take a look at where you're at, what you're doing. What are you thinking you're doing your best on, but yet you're multitasking? So by studies and definition, you're not doing your best on those things. And when you find them, own them, identify them, label them, and change. You be blessed.